Hey, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of game and interactive media design. This is actually for one of my students, and I'm going to go through the process of what I tried to email you earlier today, and it's how do we make these tiles understand when we land on this particular tile with the little dome thing. Okay, how do we do that? Because once we reach that goal, oh goodness, I'm not going to want to do this every single time. Once we reach that goal, actually it's not that bad, is it? There I go, there I go, there I go. I just have to figure out here. Once we get to this one, how do we know? How does our game know? And so that's what I'm going to be going over right now. And it's going to be the same way that we created all of these other tiles. The switch here, the gates, like how does the game know? And so what I ended up doing was I created a blueprint called Goal BP. It's just an actor blueprint, and I'm going to come in here. It's empty right now, but I'm going to add a component. I'm going to add a static mesh. You've done this before. I'm going to name that goal, and I'm going to come over to the right side where my details are and choose for the static mesh the goal that Alex made. Here we go. And there it is. That looks good. And if I compile this and save it, you know, I can drag this goal in here. Yeah. Also, I have I cut my finger right now, so it's actually not I can't type or anything like that. Um, okay, so here's this little thing, and we are probably gonna have to make this bigger. So I'm gonna do that in my blueprint. I'm gonna set that to 2. There, so it's twice as large. Okay, that's fine. And I'm probably gonna rotate that so that I can see it. And I'm gonna make the height actually 3 times as tall. Ooh, can't really do that. But I mean, I can, but I just can't do it right now. I can easily do it, of course. There we go. Okay, there we go. And what does that look like from here? Hey, there's the goal. That actually looks kind of pretty. I like it. All right. Now, of course, this doesn't have any sort of material yet. Well, guess what? I can always click the viewport or go to the viewport of the blueprint, select the static mesh, and give it an actual color. Like, I don't know what color you're going to use, so something yellow. Mdor. No, that's... Do you have a yellow one? I just can't... Base. Base material. That's what we'll do. Okay. Okay, now we need a tile, and I think it's just a box with, I'm going to add a cube, and that cube is actually, I thought it was, well, let's see what it is. I'm going to open up tile BH01 and just see what this is here. 2.9, 2.9 by 1? Well, that's intriguing. Okay. So this should be 2.9. That's a lot. I'm going to pause this. Okay, no, I know what I did. So if you've ever, I don't know if you've noticed this at all, but if I have this cube being a child of the goal, watch what happens. Oh, right now, like its scale is 0.9, 0.9. Oh, you're actually working, you son of a gun. No, it's not working actually, because if that was 1.9 by 1.9 by whatever. So when it's a child, these numbers totally change because this cube is getting the 3 multiplier from the goal. So when that's why it looked super huge when I did the same values. So I'm just going to attach it to the top here. There we go. And now it's back to 2.9, 2.91. Perfect. I'm going to drop this down right here. And the other thing I'm going to do is I realize, you know what, I need to rotate the gate in the blueprint, not in my world view. Okay, so there's rotating it in my blueprint. And the other thing I'm going to do is actually make my tile 0.9, not 9.9. There we go. If I make my tile a little bit smaller and then move it down a tiny bit, well, just leave it there. Now when I look in my world, okay, oh, there's still a little bit. What's going on? I just need to move it over to the right a little bit. Let's get this cube's exact location, 1250, 850. So select that blueprint, 1250, negative 850. There we go. I'm also going to go back into this goal and actually make this 2.8 by 2.8. And then it's just smaller. It will still register as being, like, I want the checker to know that it's overlapping it. So right now, the last thing I'm going to do to get this goal ready is to select it in class settings. I'm going to click on the word class settings. I'm going to go to tag. And of course it's not class setting, it's class defaults. I'm going to go to tag by doing the search bar, and I'm going to add a tag. And that tag is going to say goal. I'm not going to use uppercase, just all lowercase. So that's a tag. That means this has an attribute, has a tag called goal. If I select the scene root, oh, it's the scene root. Did it work? Why didn't it work? Tag, enter. Did that work? Compile, save. Oh, so it's actually the cube I need to give the tag. Sorry about that. The cube I'm going to give a tag called goal. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. Let's go ahead, save that, compile that. All right. Now, this is why that's important. In my tile BH01, yes, my tile BH01. Okay, so now I'm in tile BH01. That is the main tile in this western part of the world. Now remember, what it's going to do is at some point it's going to take get all actors of class chess. It's going to get the first one returned because there's only one of them, and it's going to place it on the tile that we clicked, right? Get world location, and we have to set new relative location. Hold on. Ah, right, that's right. It's getting the scene root of the tile, only the one that we land on, and placing the chess piece at that scene root. Of course, it adds 50, so it bumps it up a little bit, and that's fine. Now, we have this check for switch, and in this check for switch, it's saying, hey, did I land on a switch? Remember, there's a tag that says, there are these tags that say, does it have switch, does it have a circle, is it green, blah, 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 blah. And if those are all right, it's going to increase the count. This particular count that's wondering, hey, is it on a switch, blah, blah, blah. So that's how it checks for switch. I'm not going to go over that because all we need to do now is add another one. And that other one is to check for, what are we checking for? We're checking for goal, okay? And there's only one goal, so it's going to be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and duplicate. I'm going to duplicate check for switch. That is a function. I'm just going to reuse it by saying duplicate, and I'm going to call it check for goal. You feel free to duplicate your own. Now, what we're not going to need are these counts, right? Because I actually only care about, does it have a tag called goal? Okay? And if that condition is true, actually then we can probably, we're going to get overlapping actors. And if it's overlapping anything called goal, I think I can delete all of these. We can, this is where I wish I had 2 fingers, because I want to break this. Break line, break link. Can I do that? Yes, okay, good. It's not going to complete anymore. If it's true, I'm going to say open level. I'm going to say delay. Delay about 1 second, just so that I know I went there. Open level, and from here I'm going to say, well, what are my other levels? I just want to open up a new level just to take me. Oh, you know what? I'm going to open level, what is this one called? Puzzle example map. So I typed in puzzle example map. This has to be exactly written or typed exactly the way it's your level is written. I'm basically going to say, hey, if I'm overlapping something that has a tag called goal, I'm going to delay for a second and then reset the level. Okay, I'm going to try that. Okay, it didn't work. And you know why it didn't work? Because sometimes you make the function and you're like, oh, this is going to work. I can't wait to try it. But then you realize you forgot to put it in your blueprint in a proper place. So it's going to do that here. And it's going to do that here. And I think that's all I need to do. I'm going to try it again. All right, and here we go. Going to push play. And this is actually so much fun. Remember, you've got to figure out how am I going to know what to do, right? I know you could say about, but okay, I know what to do. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. And this is why you can see you shouldn't be able to... Oh no, I was so good at this before. There we go. Watch what happens when I click here. It's going to delay it for a second and it restarts all over again. Perfect. Okay, so that is how you do it. Again, I'm going to come in here and show you all you need to do. It happens in just the fact that I have that thing. This blueprint has a tag called goal, and I made that in class defaults. Any blueprint can have a tag, and the tag can be anything. And then in the spot where I click the tile in tile BH01, as well as the 03 in the eastern side, if you want the goal there as well, this is where you actually make it check for the goal. Now the cool thing is, if I move the goal to like, oops, I want to make sure I set this up to move in units of 100. If you haven't been doing that, please do that. Set your snap grid right here to units of 100. And now when I move this tile, it snaps to 100 units. And it's really easy to get it exactly on spot. So here's the cool thing. I moved the goal to there. Watch this. Oh, I keep restarting because I can move that anywhere I want. Now, I realize you just said, Hegney, we need to have both goals working. Okay, I just realized that. So I will set that up right now. In the next video, I'll show you how you do that. Because you now know how to create a goal, you know how to assign it a tag, you know how to update that, like test to see if it's collided with a tag, an actor with a tag, and now we're gonna, in the next video, gonna actually implement it so it actually works together with the eastern side. Bye!